for at least a week with an abdominal strain. According to The Athletic, LA is taking a cautious approach with their superstar's return. This latest injury comes after LeBron missed 2 games with a sore ankle, and the Lakers have gone 1-2 without him. Shannon, how concerned are you that LeBron, in year 19, is becoming injury-prone?
I'm concerned because, Skip, as we start to age, muscles do not have the elasticity they did when we were younger, and it's just like a car. I mean, Skip, you know, the old school, and everybody's into the old school cars, but you can't drive them 100 miles an hour for an extended period of time, or you're going to have oil and transmission fluid all over your driveway. Well, this is what you're asking LeBron James to do. He's a 1969, 68 Camaro. He's in pristine condition.
I had a 67. Can we do that? 67 Camaro? Make him a 67.
Okay, we got a 67.
SS 350.
You got an SS? Okay, that's a nice one. RS or the Capo. They're all very good models. But you're asking him to do a lot. And people say, well, Tom Brady's 44. But Tom Brady, football in the quarterback position, you're not running. That's why we don't see very many receivers, unlike a la Jerry Rice, play in their late teens and play at a high level, because you're asking those fast twitch muscles to fire with greater frequency. And so now you
played until you were 35.
I'm 35 years of age. Okay. And I could feel, could I have played another year? Yes. But I don't know if I was going to be able to go much further than 15 seasons, Skip, because even in the offseason I was training, I had to take more time to recover in between sets. I needed more time off to recover in between days. And that's what we're seeing from LeBron James. We're not used to seeing centers. Kareem played until he was 42. Robert Parrish played late. Kevin Willis. But guys like that, we saw it with Kobe. We saw Kobe's body start to failing.
Did we?
From the shoulder, they had the labrum, and then he had the Achilles, he had the knee. Everything just started to go. Because Kobe was a guy that was very athletic. He relied on his athleticism. And Skip, I got to fire quickly. I got to move quickly. I got to move in a hurry. Imagine LeBron that's 30 pounds, 40 pounds heavier than Kobe, that's being asked to move in the same way. So it is concerning to me, because this is not somebody running into his knee. Skip, the ankle, somebody ran into it both times. The groin, now we're getting injuries those are soft tissue injuries. And those are always concerning as we start to age. So, yes, that would be a concern for me. And I'm sure, because the guy's spending $2 million a year. We know he's getting the proper sleep. We know he's getting the proper nutrition and the proper training. And it still can't ward those off. So, yes, that's something to keep an eye on moving forward.
For so many years, I told you, this man is Iron Man.
Yes.
This man is as close to indestructible as a human can get. I don't know how many times in the past somebody did fall against his ankle or he turned it completely over. It even happened in the finals in the bubble. He turned it completely over against Miami, maybe game 2. And I said, oh, God. And he just hopped right up and went right on like nothing had happened.
Tighten the shoe up and played on.
Play on. I don't know how many times something happened to him where I said, God, that looked like that hurt. Nope. Play on. High minutes, night after night. LeBron doesn't load manage. I want to remind everybody that as we speak, LeBron James has played 61,347 NBA minutes. That's regular season and playoffs. 61,347. That's third all time behind the 2 Ks, Kareem and Karl, as in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Karl Malone.
Right.
Third all time and counting and rising. Man, it's a lot of minutes. So you can forget about year 19, that's fine, or you can forget about going on 37 years of age on December the 30th.
Right.
I care about mileage on the 67 Camaro. What are the miles on it? Because if it's got 200,000 miles, you're going to have problem after problem. 61,000 minutes, it's so many minutes at 6'9", 260 that it's hard not to start going Kobe. And that's what I'd written down this morning. It feels like he's starting to go Kobe. Not terrible things, not career threatening, but it's one after another, after another, after another, to where, he's becoming injury prone because in the end,
he's human.
Okay, so Tom Brady has made it to 44 because he figured out the TB12 method featuring Alex Guerrero, who works on him constantly. I'm sure Tom is spending as much money and time on his body,
absolutely.
obviously. But Tom doesn't play basketball.
Right.
He plays football.
Imagine trying to be 44 and playing DB or playing wide receiver, Skip.
You just couldn't.
Exactly.
You just couldn't. I don't think we will ever see it. I feel comfortable in saying that.
I think Darryl Green made it to 40.
40?
I think he did. I think he played 20 seasons.
He was freakish.
Right.
You want to talk about fast twitch? Whew.
Yeah.
And he was still twitching fairly fast at 40.
Right.
But the problem here is that all of a sudden, once he got to L.A., it started. He had the groin the first year.
Right.
And it got me because it cost him 27 games. And I thought, he'll just shrug this one off and he'll be back in a week or 10 days. No, it took 27 games.
Right.
And then last year, it was 27 more after the Solomon Hill issue falling against his ankle on that Saturday afternoon. And yet in that game, it looked like he was going Iron Man because he jumped right up after he writhed for a while. He jumped up. And he ran down to the corner, and he caught the pass, and he made the shot from the corner, and then he trotted up court. And I thought, he's going to do it again. And then he said, no, I can't do it.
Right.
And he did walk off the court under his own power and walk up the tunnel.
Right.
And I thought, we'll see him in a week, I don't know, 10 days. No, 27 games. And then he said it plagued him all into the playoffs. And he said it plagued him 2 months into the off. 2 months where he said he tried to stay off and do no basketball activity for the first 2 months of the offseason.
Yeah.
And then the key quote came from his GM, Rob Pelinka, who said, LeBron slimmed up. I like slimmed down, but he slimmed up, he said. So he lost some weight to come into the season. I don't see him losing that much. I don't know. He still looks the same to me. But
Skip, I get it, though, guy. Michael Thomas. Remember he had that high ankle sprain, and now he has to have another procedure.
But that was surgery. That required surgery, yes.
Right, because he had the ankle. He was out like 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's got to be a ligament tear. There's something really wrong with that one. And now he's done for this year.
He's done for the year. Okay. So basically, he's going to be basically 2 years of football.
Well, obviously, he's not in year 19.
Right.
So that's a whole nother issue. But now he's had another ankle this year that Vogel said it's not the same as the Solomon Hill injury, right?
It's a different spot. It's the same ankle, just a different spot.
Okay. And then I made mention the other night, against Houston. Houston's making it a game in the fourth quarter, and LeBron's on a tear, and he end up scoring 12 or 14?
Scored 14.
14 in the fourth, but he was on a tear where he scored 10 straight points. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, I'm watching the local telecast, Sports Spectrum LA, and what do I see? I see this. And I say, what? Yeah. He's walking up the tunnel to do what? Are you going drama king on us? Because you look fine. And I'm assuming this is the start of what just happened. I'm assuming this is an ab strain. Yeah. Right?
I was like, man, don't tell me the man that hurt his groin again. Yeah. But I didn't see him go down. So I'm just
abdominal, his stomach. Yeah. Okay. It's some kind of pull or strain.
Right.
Okay. And then he goes back on the floor and continues to play, and I don't see anything that gives me cause
But remember, Skip, I saw him after the game, and he had a bunch of ice in his abdominal area, groin area, or something. And he always has ice on his back and on his knees. But I said, well, Skip, I saw some ice in the front, too. Yeah. So that let me know something was going on. But like you said, I'm thinking, okay, but he came back in the ball game. He's going to be okay.
Okay. And he did take the 2 more shots. He missed them. Maybe I should give him a break now because he was fighting with an ab strain of some kind that was it just plagues you. It just hurts.
It's annoying.
It's annoying where you don't feel full range of motion. Okay. So here we go again, and now they're saying, quote unquote, at least a week. Right. So his recovery power is not the same.
No, Skip. The thing is that if you play a professional sport, if you play sports, you realize as you get older, the injuries come with greater frequency, and they keep you longer down for an extended period of time. Yeah, that's the difference, Skip. When I was young, to a thing, I'm up. I'm ready to go in a day. If I twist my ankle on Sunday, Skip, by Wednesday, I'm good to go. And then all of a sudden, okay, Shannon, we're going to hold you out Wednesday. We're going to see if you can go Thursday. Okay, Shannon, we're going to hold you out. We're going to see how it feels on Friday. Okay, Shannon, we're going to let you test it out come game time, but we're probably going to have to inject this ankle. That's what happened. And then it got to the point where, bro, I just can't make it. Injections and no injection doesn't matter. You just can't make it. And that's what happens, Skip. As we get older, the injuries happen with greater frequency, and they keep you down longer periods of time. And that's what we're starting to see with LeBron James. As pristine condition as the 67 Camaro is outside, what is the engine? How many miles have you put on that engine? And I don't care if it's a 2020. Put 100,000 miles on a car within a year and see what happens. So something might look good outside, but LeBron James has a 61,000 minute body.
He does.
That's what he has.